everybody. This is Bev from Art by Bedell, and I have a new project, a new journal that I'm going to begin, and I thought I'd take you along on the journey. These are the 3 signatures that I have picked out, and first off, I think I'd show you what I have in them. Now, these papers are mixed media pages that I had previously done for a different project, and I like to use the mixed media pages as the first page in my signatures when I'm making a big journal like this. So I have these 3 pages here, and then inside there's a variety of pages. So we'll start with this one, and some of them are the same. This is out of a kid's book that I bought at a local sale that we were having, and I just thought that the ducks were so cute. I like ducks. So the journal is going to be a bright, cheery, spring, summer type journal. Not necessarily grungy, but you probably will see some grungy in here because I just can't help myself. And then we have some homemade paper, and this is made with magnolia leaves. We have a piece of Echo Print with some vintage sheet music, and I have already made them to size that I want for my journal, and I've stitched them so that they'll hold together. And this is out of another book here of poems by Helen Steiner Rice, which is another book I bought at a sale, and then a kid's Japanese book here. This is out of a just a magazine, and it's got some nice little critters on it. Some of these pages will be gessoed over. Maybe they'll just have other papers layered on top of them. I'm really not sure where it's going to go. This is a piece of cleanup paper that started out just underneath here, my table where my work surface is, and then I added a lot to it to make it pretty enough to go inside. I have a paper bag. I have a piece of Japanese paper that came directly from Japan. My grandson and his wife went to Japan and brought me home some of this lovely paper. It looks like it probably has some fibers in it. It might be like a mulberry paper, I'm thinking. Is so pretty, so very pretty. And then vintage ledger paper. I always add ledger paper. So that's one signature. Here's another one. And again, this is a page out of the kids' Japanese book, some more Echo Print. And on the Echo Print, then I have stitched some Echo Print handmade paper here. Well, it's not Echo Print. It's just handmade paper with some real flowers in here. And please excuse my hands. I've been working with ink, and it just doesn't seem to want to come off. So there's that paper. And then another page out of the child's book, a piece of handmade paper, ledger paper, backside of an envelope, cleanup paper, paper out of a gardening book, a piece of calendar, desktop calendar paper pad. I think that's the last piece I have left. I may have said that last time I showed you. I don't know. And here we have our last one with a page out of the child's book. This is a page out of one of my magazines. I'm not quite sure which one this is called. I don't know if it says on here anywhere. And then I stitched some handmade paper there with some ferns, some more cleanup paper, and on this, oops, got stuck here, there. Then I have a piece of handmade paper with some rose petals in it that were pretty dry, and so they were pretty brittle. This is some more handmade paper that I received from Christmas, and I just did a graphite sketch of a leaf on it and made a pocket out of it. So I really kind of had a start on it already. And just out of an old magazine here, a flower page stitched onto Echo Print with a fern, ledger paper, cleanup paper, map paper, pages out of a bird book. So those are my signatures that we have that we're going to be working in, those 3. I have also, not only have I been amiss in making journals, but while I have been away, I have been making things. I haven't been idle. And let me just show you that I have some leaves that are just sketched leaves without color on them, and therefore these signatures. And then I have some that I've colored here, and these are with colored pencil. First, usually when I do my leaves like leaves like this, I draw them, I sketch them, and then I do a base coat of watercolor, and then I go in with my colored pencils and add the highlights. And so I have a bunch of these all made up that will be going in the journal. Here I have just a couple pieces of fabric that I found that I thought, well, they'd be kind of pretty in there. Just little tags maybe, or ties or something. I also have some embroidered pieces that I cut up what did I cut up? I'm not even sure what these were on. Maybe something for a table, anyhow. And I thought, well, they might go in there. I'm not quite sure because they're pretty dark purple. And I pulled these out, but I'm not so sure about these. These are tulips, but they might go okay in this signature here. Yeah, they'd probably go okay in this signature. So I have some of those pulled out, and then some more of my sketching here that I have done. Kept busy. I did a little bit of flowers. And let's see what else is in here. I guess that's pretty much what's in here. Just a couple other little pieces. And then I went through my stash. Now, I have also been very busy making papers. I have so much paper. I thought, let me just get busy and let me make something with them. So these ones are just, I sat down and was just playing with watercolors and practicing making some flowers. And these they're heavy, so they'll make great pockets or find something to do with them anyhow. So there's that one, and this one will be pretty in it. Like I say, I want to be bright and cheery, and these are all bright and cheery, and I think they'll look nice. I figured this will come in handy for something, as will these. So I have those set aside to use. I have just some color or some watercolor. I was just playing around with watercolor on these papers, and I think this one's real pretty. Again, I think that will go really nicely in this signature. And the blue, they'll fit in, and if they don't, well, we have them out, but that's okay. These are some pages I did with some gesso and a stencil and some acrylic ink, and it's just old book paper. Here are some things I've been working on. I did do a video, I'll link it below, where I started working on this, and then I never got back to you. But here are some papers that I have been making just out of book pages, dictionary pages, and I'm thinking that some of these will be really nice added in. And I think there's a lot of really nice colors here that will be pretty in all three signatures. And I made some faux rice paper. Actually, this is, I don't know whether that's considered rice paper or not. Anyhow, it's a piece of ledger paper with some napkin. So I don't think this is considered rice paper. But anyhow, it's real pretty. And I think that'll be nicely used in small amounts on some of the pages. And this is on just a paper out of a book with a napkin again. Another napkin, and then I just also spread on a little bit of the texture paste I had made with plaster of Paris. There's another pretty paper and a piece of ledger paper with some stenciling. This was done with, I did do some jelly printing also. And here's another watercolor paper that I just splashed on some watercolor and then did some doodling on it. And I thought that would go nice, especially in this signature here. It'll go nicely in all of them, actually. Some more ledger paper with watercolor. Here's the rice paper. I made like a master board with the rice paper here. I couldn't really get the, well, maybe it'll come off now. Anyhow, yeah, it's just onto napkin with matte medium, I think I used. But I thought it had some nice colors here. And I can add more colors on top of this to make it brighter too. Here's another one that I thought was going to be bright enough to go into this journal and another one. And then I have some cheesecloth, but I couldn't get it off my, I couldn't at that time. No, I don't think I'm going to get it off there. I'm going to have to just kind of cut this up and use it. It's on freezer paper, but it's stuck. So, and here is some faux rice paper. And I thought, you know, rip that up in pieces too. I also thought that would make a great journal page. If I needed another page in my journal, I think this would be real pretty. And I may replace a page that's in here with this because I really like the brightness of it. I probably will, because I really, when I seen this, I thought, oh, that's going to be a page in a journal somewhere. So I'll probably take one of the pages out of here and put this in there. So there's a bunch of papers that I have gathered for this project. Now I have this basket of a bunch of odds and ends papers that I was using for a journal page, a journal that I did for, I'm not sure. It was a class anyhow. And these are some of the items that I used in it. And they will go really nicely with these signatures also. Here's kind of a sign here. And that's got some handmade papers, and that'll be really cool. So anyhow, I could finish up some of that, but I could use a lot of these papers here inside those journals, especially these. I mean, they match so well. There's some dictionary paper and more in pink. So there's some goodies in here to use. There's some stitched paper. That'd be real pretty in there too. And there's some odds and ends from that other journal I was working on. So I pulled this out thinking, well, I can use some of this in this journal too. So I thought I'd give you a heads up as to what I'm doing. And I thought I'd take you along on the ride as we do each page. And let's see, I still have some inking I want to do with some fabric and tear it into strips, longer strips than what those little pieces were that I showed you that were in this basket here. I'm not sure where they went, but anyhow, it doesn't matter. But anyhow, those were short little strips, and I want to make some longer ones so I can use them either for ties on tags or whatever, but I want to use some bright inks to color them with, and I'll probably just use some muslin. And I might take you along on that ride also so that you can see how I go about doing that. So that's what I have for you today, is heads up on a new journal project that's starting. I'm not sure exactly what my intentions are for this journal after it's made. I'm not sure if it's a keeper or if it's going to go on Etsy or just what it is. But for now, I'm just thinking about making it. Okay, just a reminder to let you know that tomorrow, Friday, May 31st, 2024, the sale will end, the sale on journals. Journals are 30% off, and with a purchase of one of the journals, you will get 2 free items in the Etsy shop, not including another journal. So you could pick out any 2 things, but don't put them on your order with your journal. Send me a message and let me know what you want, and I will include it for free in with your journal when I ship it. These items will be going off my Etsy page tomorrow night, the 31st at, let's say 9 o'clock, they're going to go off. So if you want anything, take advantage of it now. The journals aren't going off the Etsy page, just the other stuff that I'm offering for free. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you again soon. Bye now.